Walking around shoveling all day in the hot sun, you develop big ripped up arm cannons like that. See that, girls? I even got a flower in the background for you. Whew. Some gravel's breaking mowing. There's a little broken blade. It almost looks paleo, kind of busted. There's that little broken piece, and see, I'd rather call that a preform versus a broken lance. You know, those dart points I'm finding aren't that big, and an unnotched one would look like, say, a lance, and I'd say that was broke during manufacture, and it would have been a little notch point. Well, I'm out here sifting a little. There's a pretty nice little end scraper. That's my first find. Well, my first little find, you can see the dorsal ribs down in it. That's real jet black, oily, almost black river cobble chert with that produces kind of rust looking stuff. You can see right there's the work tool wedge of the end scraper, and that would have been inserted into a little handle and used as a scraping tool like that. Decent one. I'll find more stuff. Well, this on my shovel, that's a stinking shame. I found paleo stuff here too, and that's Carter Cave, and it's a base off a lance, I'd say. Oh man. Well, you see this base here where it looks really paleo, paper thin. Look at it. And that's Carter County, Carter Caves, what you call it, material from Kentucky. And I'm 4 hours from the source, so any of the flakes, any of the points, knives, any of that is related to other stuff I found there, most likely. Now look at the thinness of this. I have another Carter Cave point from feet off of where I just sifted this a little bit ago. I'll show you. See right here in this frame, that base came from right where this Carter Cave Kirk. And this, you know, the base, it could be a preform for one of these. You see the thinness? Let's see. Real nice translucent. I'll show you both of them up to a light bulb too, but you see, I'd say that piece, well, I know. These two pieces are related for sure. That's crazy, huh? Look at all this other stuff from right in there too. Most likely like this. Look at that. Look at some of these. Look at the tip on that. It's nuts. Look at all these hafted shaft scrapers. Look at this. I'll show you these two pieces of dual light source. I found more stuff. Hold on. See that? Look at the translucency on that. It glows orange. See, this is even a little higher quality, but see the orange tint to it? Man, it's a shame that's broke. That would have been a year-making find. Here's another little Amos out of that frame. Kind of a gray-green color now, look at it up. I'd say that's high-quality Brush Creek Chert. Like getting to the best that it is. That's nice, huh? See, there's another piece of Brush Creek. You see? That's Brush Creek Chert. Nice quality Brush Creek. Yeah, I've been finding a good bit of stuff doing this week. And I've been working like 10-hour days doing housework and stuff, and just taking a break at lunch. That's what I'm doing now. I'm working on a house. Flake of Brush Creek. I already got an end scraper. There's a flake of black. See the point? It's a little Crooksville one. Oh, it's nice. It's an Amos. Sharpened down a little bit, but that's nice. It'll be translucent. It's a beauty. Well, here's this little point. It's definitely Brush Creek Chert. It's real ground base, and it's an Amos. It's just sharpened down. It's a pretty nice little point. I like finding the Brush Creek's a local chert, and I'll show you another one I just found in there too. I just found that in one of my last videos. It's translucent, you see. They're both Amos points. They've just been used and resharpened, and these will look good in a frame, that's for sure. See, here's that point. That little Crooksville Chert, Brush Creek Chert Amos point. And you can see it's got some translucency, and it almost glows an orange color. kind of a green olive. Look at it. It's beautiful.
Using this sifter, and you can get these on Amazon. It is an industrial dishwasher tray. Traex, Traex, and then it's called the Vollrath, Vollrath. It's for flatware, silverware, and the push-in big industrial dishwashers. And see, it's real light. And you saw that rock here. All I'm doing is going along the shore and scooping up places where there's ancient campfire rock. See, right in here, a little gravelly, but there's fired rock in it. Just scooping this up and looking for ancient artifacts. That's what I'm doing in this one. This looks good right here. I'm just surface hunting now. Had several weekends of lots of boat traffic, and see, a lot of this gravel now is washed off. The only bad thing is you get that boat wave action and the Flint points hit into these rocks, and a lot of these gravel areas in the summer the points will be damaged, but it's still nice to find them, you know what I mean? This looks decent in here. I've found, you know, perfect points and stuff like this, but more than half of them are broke. I like to look for the sandy areas that there's just a little fire rock bleeding out, and get into that sand. That's where you find the stuff with the barbs and the needle tips that hasn't got down into this stuff and got that wave action and got damaged and exposed from the wave action. And then in cold weather you can get freeze popping where ice forms and there's a fracture in the flint, water goes in, pops it apart. You know, just like heat damage almost, but the opposite. A boat went by real slow. The waves were bigger than this, but you get a big boat and I mean, they just crash into the shore and really wash your stuff out. Like after heavy boat traffic, you always have a chance of finding something laying out, always. Usually the best day to look's Monday morning, Tuesday morning. All this stuff, you see, the water could change and wash all this moss off just from the wave action. And there just might be a point just laying flat out, like somebody placed it there. They can get flipped up on the sand out of this too, and you'll be walking around and there'll just be a point laying right there because they're thin and light and the water picks them up and carries them, you know. It's different than around Pebble. You know, up in here you could just find 3 or 4 laying out that got flipped right up on the beach. It's happened to me many a times. Well, somebody was asking in the comments, I think his name was Evan, how Squirrel Man's doing. He's doing great, as you can see, and here comes the Wrangler, the Squirrel Wrangler, aka Dog Bubby Express. And Squirrel Man's just, I don't know what he's got here. He's eating something there. What do you got there, buddy? He does his foraging around and the digging. He'll be over here in the dirt in a minute, I'm sure. You doing some climbing? He's excited. I've been mowing for hours. You know, look at all of this. I had to mow all over in there, and I got to mow down front. I got river lots. I got mowing that helped my mom mow. Look here, Squirrel Man's. He's been up in his cage, and Amos and Todd and all the cats have been running wild. So Squirrel Man has to stay in. Look here. See, he's worked up. Well, he's doing good, Evan, and I know a few other people, I can't remember usernames, ask about him. It's been all baby cat for about a week because we have a new addition here. For the 2nd year in a row, we found Amos last year. I'll put the 2 videos up here at the end of my 2 additions. Amos and the new little cat. I might call her Mrs. Crowley, and Mrs. Crowley has to have a first name, say maybe Elvira. Found her on the day Ozzy died, like at the same time. And I'll put it on the left, the little black cat. It sounded like she was on a megaphone. I thought it was a whole litter of cats in a bag or something. It was loud. You listen. I was like, what the heck's going on here? But look at him. Somebody's worked up a little bit, isn't he? He'll climb on every tree, eat bark, and then he'll get tired or thirsty, and the dog will run him in to the back door. That's why she's called the Squirrel Wrangler. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Squirrel Man's doing great. Look at him, folks.
There he is. Digger McGee. You digging a hole, buddy? See ya. Get that squirrel. Get him, dog Bubby. You getting him? You gonna get that squirrel? You gonna get him? You getting him? You rounding him up? Round him up. Let's get him going. See, she gets him. She runs him right in. I'll see you, Fake. Say, no, we're not going to let the dog run him in, though, but she will. I'm going to carry the poor little guy in. Dog Bubby's going nuts.